Many people know how to use this quadratic formula to solve quadratic equations. But come to think of it, what if you were not given a quadratic equation and instead you were given a problem that will lead to a quadratic equation, but unfortunately you could not solve that problem? It means your knowledge of this formula is useless. In this video, we want to look at a word problem that will lead to a quadratic equation and thereafter solve that problem quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. This is a very interesting video and you are going to love it. Please endeavor to watch to the end. This is what I'm talking about. We have this question here that is a word problem that should lead us to a quadratic formula, to a quadratic equation. Let us read. It says the sum of the numerator and denominator of a proper fraction is 10. The difference of the fraction and its reciprocal is 40 over 21. Find the proper fraction. Believe me, this question will lead us to a quadratic equation. And if you cannot resolve it, that means your knowledge of using the quadratic formula is somewhat useless. Now, let's solve it together. First, we are told to find the proper fraction. So we are going to say, let the proper fraction be x all over 10 minus x. How did I come about this? We are told that the sum of the numerator and denominator of a proper fraction is 10. I have taken the numerator as x, so definitely the denominator should be 10 minus x because the sum of the numerator and denominator gives 10. Again, what is a proper fraction? A proper fraction is a fraction whose numerator is smaller than its denominator. Example, 1 over 3 is a proper fraction. The numerator is smaller than the denominator. So in this case, x is less than 10 minus x. If that is the case, let's move on. We are told that the difference of the fraction and its reciprocal is 40 over 21. The next thing we want to get is the reciprocal of this fraction. The reciprocal of the proper fraction is 10 minus x all over x. Reciprocal simply means inverse, the opposite. So if x over 10 minus x is the proper fraction, the inverse will become an improper fraction, which is 10 minus x all over x, the inverse. Take note, if a proper fraction is given as 1 all over 3, the inverse of that fraction becomes 3 all over 1. What it means is that it forms an improper fraction that is now greater than the proper fraction. It means 10 minus x over x is greater than x all over 10 minus x. And we are told that the difference is equal to 40 over 21, which is a positive number. And it therefore means that we are going to be subtracting the proper fraction from the improper fraction, so that 10 minus x all over x, the improper fraction, minus x all over 10 minus x, the proper fraction, equals 40 over 21, because the difference is this. From here, we can now solve for x. At this point, we take the LCM. The LCM of x and 10 minus x is the product, x into 10 minus x. If x goes into this, we'll be left with 10 minus x. 10 minus x then multiplies this 10 minus x at the numerator, and we have 10 minus x squared. Then this negative is this negative here. Again, 10 minus x into this, you will be left with x. X times this x gives us x squared. And everything is equal to 40 over 21. Let's continue. So, if we expand this bracket, we're going to obtain 100 minus 20x plus x squared. Take your time to expand this bracket. 10 minus x squared, you are going to get this. Negative x squared here all over this x into 10 minus x equals to 40 over 21. You can see x squared minus x squared here, so this will go out and we'll be left with 100 minus 20x all over x into 10 minus x equals to 40 over 21. Here we simply cross multiply. 21 multiplies this to give us 21 into 100 minus 20x equal to 40 multiplies this to give us 40 into 10x minus x squared. 10 times x is 10x. X times negative x gives us negative x squared. So 40 multiplies it from the cross multiplication. If you look at this bracket on the left hand side, 20 is common to both sides. 20 is common to 100. 20 is also common to 20x. So if we factor out 20 to multiply this 21 here, we have 21 times 20 into 20 divides 100 gives 5. 20 divides negative 20x to give us negative x equal to 40 multiplied by this. Now we can divide both sides by 20 because 20 is here and 20 can also go into 40. If we divide both sides by 20, we have 20 times 20 all over 20 into 5 minus x equal to 40 all over 20 into 10x minus x squared. The reason we are dividing both sides by 20 is to simplify the figures in the equation. Of course, 20 is common to both sides, so it is good to divide through by 20. 20 knocks off 20 and we'll be left with 21 into 5 minus x equal to 40 divided by 20 is 2 into this. You have this. Let's expand the brackets. If we expand the brackets, on the left hand side we have 105, 20 times 5 minus 20 times 21 times 5 is 105. 21 times negative x is negative 21x equal to 2 times 10x is 20x. 2 times negative x squared is negative 2x squared. Here, we're going to move all the right hand side to the left hand side and equate to 0. Because of this square here, we are going to be having a quadratic equation, and that is where we are going to. So if we move the right hand side to the left hand, the sign changes. So we now have negative 2x becoming positive 2x squared, 20x becoming negative 20x, negative 21x is here already, then positive 105 is here. Negative 21x minus 20x will give us minus 41x plus 105, of course 2x squared is here, and everything becomes equal to 0 because we've moved it to the left hand side. This is now the quadratic equation that we want to use the quadratic formula to solve. Then imagine you could not go through this hassle or through this problem like this. How do you now use your quadratic equation? And that is why this video was very important. So moving on, we have this quadratic equation and let's just solve it using the quadratic formula. First, we pick out the values. A is the coefficient of x squared, 2. B is the coefficient of x here, minus 41. And C is the constant term, 105. Recurring the quadratic formula, we have x equals to this. We just plug in the values. So that x will be equals to negative 41. Negative is here. B is negative 41. So we have minus 41 plus or minus the square root of b squared is minus 41 squared minus 4 times a is 2 times 2 times 105 because c is 105. Everything divided by 2 times 2 because 2a is 2 times 2. A is 2. So at the numerator we have negative becomes positive 41 plus or minus negative 41 squared gives us 1681 minus 4 times 2 times 105 is 840. 1681 minus 840 gives us 841. So we have 41 plus or minus the square root of 841 all over 4. The square root of 841 is 29, so that x is equals to 41 plus or minus 29 all over 4. Plus or minus means x is either positive or x means x have two values. One takes the positive and the other takes the negative. So if we split it out, x equals to 41 minus 29 all over 4 for the negative one, or x equals to 41 plus 29 all over 4 for the positive value. 41 minus 29 gives us 12 all over 4, or x equals to 41 plus 29 gives us 70 all over 4. And if you do this division, x equals to 3 or x equals to 17.5. But take note, the sum of the numerator and denominator gives 10. This is already more than 10. It means 17.5 cannot be the value of x. So we term this as unsuitable. Therefore, x is equals to 3. If x is 3, it means the proper fraction will be x is 3, 10 minus 3 is 7. That is 3 all over 7. Therefore, the proper fraction we're looking for is equal to 3 all over 7. Very, very simple, and I believe you enjoyed this. If you did, please like this video and share it to others. There is another question for you at the end of this video, and here it is. Solve the equation below using the quadratic formula. This is a quadratic equation. Solve the problem using the quadratic formula, and when you get your answer, please put it in the comment section and I will be there waiting for you. Once again, thank you for watching this video and see you in our next video.